Hi everyone! Welcome back to Evangeline's Everyday English. I'm Evangeline, and I talk about everyday topics in simple and natural English. In episode 2, I talked about New Year's resolutions and how one of my resolutions is to read 13 books this year. I also mentioned that I have a habit of reading at least one page every day. So today, I'd like to talk about habits, and more specifically, habit tracking applications. Several years ago, I used a habit tracking application called Today, which I really liked. The interface was clean and professional looking, and it was super easy and intuitive to use. I really liked being able to see all the green dots on the calendar, marking the days I was able to successfully complete my daily or weekly goals. I used the app for a variety of goals, such as reading, language studying, and exercising. Unfortunately, life got busy and I got a bit disorganized, so I stopped using the app. Then, last December, in 2023, I thought about my New Year's resolutions, and I decided that I'd like to try using the app again. However, I found when I opened the app again that a number of features that were once available for free were no longer accessible without paying for them. So I decided to search for a new app. And I ended up finding an app called Habit Daily Routine Tracker by the developer Bondavi. Before I tell you about this app, I want to mention first that I am not sponsored by Bondavi. They have no idea that I even exist, but this app is so good that I really wanted to recommend it to you all today. The basic premise or concept of the app is basically to help a person stop quitting on their habits. So I feel like the way I phrased that just now was quite negative sounding, but at the same time, I think for us quitters, it is good to acknowledge our weaknesses and poke fun at them, joke about them too. I am a quitter, and I'm on the road to not being a quitter. Basically, the app works like this. You make one goal, and the app encourages you to make that goal as specific, concrete, and low stakes as possible. What I mean by low stakes is that the goal needs to be something that you can do very easily. There's a very low bar to achieving it. That's because we humans are very lazy. So the more burdensome, the more difficult the task becomes, the more we will avoid it. So by creating a goal like read one page, or clean for 5 minutes, or stretch for 3 minutes, we are more likely to follow through on that goal because it is so relatively easy to achieve. I think that beginning the task is a big hurdle, but then 90% of the time, once you get started, you'll be able to continue it. For example, once I start reading, it won't just be one page, it'll be 5 or 10 or 50 pages. Once I start cleaning, it won't be 5 minutes, but 10. Once I start stretching, I won't stop stretching at the 3-minute mark, but probably I'll keep going. However, for the other 10% of the time, when you are too exhausted or busy to go beyond the goal, you can still achieve the goal and feel happy about it. Whether or not you go above and beyond the goal There's no need to feel guilt or pressure about it. So I really love that philosophy of making a manageable, low stakes goal. So after you decide your specific, manageable goal, the app then asks you to specify the frequency of the action, so how often you will perform the action, whether it's daily or weekly, or whether it's on a specific day, like on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays. Then the app will also ask for the time of day when you will get a notification if you haven't completed the goal yet. Notifications will help if you've forgotten about the goal, and the timing of the notification, so when in the day, what hour of the day, is also important according to the app. So the app asks you to input the hour when you think you will most likely be able to complete the task. For example, say your goal is read one page. Maybe you will set your notification for 8 a.m. while you're eating breakfast. Or maybe your goal is to stretch for 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. You might set your notification for 7 p.m., which is usually the time before you've eaten dinner and settled down to watch TV or watch a movie, but after your shower. Also, another big aspect of this app is you can only set one goal at a time, one singular goal. And once you set the goal, if you can complete it faithfully for 30 days, a whole month, then the habit becomes graduated or archived. And then you can make a new goal. And the new goal can be the same as the old one, or it can be a different one. Personally, at first, I didn't like the idea of not being able to set more than one goal. Of course, I want to accomplish many things and make many healthy habits. But quickly, I realized the genius of this setup. It's so easy to get motivated in the moment and have grand ideas about your ability to accomplish everything. But it is also too easy to get overwhelmed and give up on everything. Therefore, it's best to slowly build up habits, one by one. And as the app mentions, if you're the type of person who can handle multiple habits, then that is fantastic. And maybe the app isn't for you. For me, as a quitter who needs accountability and structure, this app works really well. Other things that I really like about this app: there are no ads. It is totally free. There is an in-app paid function, which they call a useless function, because it doesn't impact the available features of the app at all. It does not impact the functionality of the app, but it just adds a little bit of fun. The in-app paid feature is or seems to be Japanese or samurai-themed encouragement. There are already regular motivational messages within the app, but you can pay to have this extra type of encouragement. Seems pretty cute. As for my use of the app, I have completed one habit this year. I read every day for 30 days, so now that habit has been set as accomplished. However, I'm still continuing this habit in my day-to-day life, so I am reading every day as before. My new habit is stretch for 1 minute daily. I made this habit because I want to become more flexible, and I also want to set aside time in the day to relax and reconnect with my body. Since I teach all day long, I'm on my feet a lot, I'm standing a lot, so I get quite tired and tight. Also, my hobbies are running and bouldering, so I want to make sure that I am properly preparing my body before those activities and then stretching after them. I started this habit in February, but there were a few days that I missed, so I had to start over. It was disappointing, but the app encouraged me to give it another go. So hopefully I can maintain this habit for 30 days consecutively. I'm currently on day 23 of my second try. But of course, I hope to continue stretching and being good to my body beyond the 1 month mark. I feel like I could talk about this app forever, but I'll end the episode here. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope you found this episode interesting and useful to listen to. And please email me at evangelineseverydayenglish@gmail.com and tell me what habits you have made, are currently building, or plan to incorporate into your life. How do you stick to your habits? Do you have any tips and tricks? Do you use an app and would recommend it? Please let me know. Until next time, have a great rest of your day.